Hey BTP fans, Mike here. As you all know, I am pretty much an Infinity fanboy. If Corvus Belli makes something, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna love it and want more of it. So these are some common buildings from different manufacturers. That one is maybe not so common anymore, but we use these all the time when playing games, and I want to use them out here for a size comparison to show you these. Infinity is a very terrain intensive game. Terrain is a huge deal, and for a lot of people that I've talked to, it seems to be a barrier for them getting into the game of Infinity. Now Corvus Belli has made these to represent some sci-fi terrain that you can use on your tables for relatively that are relatively inexpensive and that are very quick and easy to build. So once again, here's a comparison, just the footprint of the different buildings. Their footprint is actually fairly substantial. There are, in one pack of these, there are 2 power hubs. There are 2 management modules. There are 6 little containers, shipping containers, so 2 of each version. And this is the complete set. It's quite a bit of terrain for about 15 bucks is what they're going for right now. This is an example of what you can set up. I'm using an extra walkway set from MicroArt Studio, but with the 4 buildings and the 6 containers, something like this would be pretty decent to play Infinity on. You could throw in a little bit more scatter terrain or spread things out a little bit more, but basically one set of this and then a few extra pieces is definitely enough to play a game on. If you bought 2 sets, you could really make some intricate passageways and alleys and do a lot with those crates. Those crates are one of my favorite parts of it. I love the idea of like somebody's trying to smuggle something onto a ship or escape off the docks, and there's another group that is coming on to stop them. That's something that's been really narrative for me in the hobby, and so I love collecting all of these crates and stuff, and to have 6 of them in this set is really very nice. This is how the crates, or how all of the terrain comes in this little shrink wrapped package. So I'm going to open this, show you what you get. Great examples of how to set up the terrain, and then some quick instructions on how to put together both the buildings and the crates. They're very, very simple. They go together wonderfully. So there's the main management modules. The crates are rubber banded together. The 2 control consoles, and this is a little scenery mat. It's 24 by 30 something, so the dimensions are a little bit weird, but if you get 2 or 3 of them, put them together, it looks great and adds a lot of character to whatever surface you're using to play your game on. Now, if you're familiar with Drop Zone Commander, these buildings go together in almost the same way. So you've got these that fold down, that will be your walls. You've got these that fold down, and I'll talk about those in just a second. But these are great. Actually, I'll show you. The boxes that the miniatures come in actually fit inside here and give a little bit more stability to the building. So once you get them done, once you're done taking the miniatures out of the box, you just stick the box in there, and I've glued mine down. You don't have to. If you want to, you can still pop the boxes out and use them to transport figures or whatever you need to, but it gives it a nice stable platform. So everything just folds down and glues together. I like to use glue. If you don't want to use glue, don't have to. They're rigid enough by themselves that if you're using them as a tournament organizer, or you just want to have something quick and easy to take with you to the game store, then and you need to pack them up, then they'll also serve that function very well. So this has a little lip on it, like your cereal boxes or whatever, and that lip catches this as it goes down and holds it in place. So it's a very ingenious method of giving these a good amount of structural integrity and keeping them together during play. And I folded that one a little bit odd. So yeah, a couple people to help you and you can put these together very quickly. There it is. Oh, mine's not catching, but you get the idea. Now these crates are a breeze to put together. You just fold down the ends and it closes like a box. One end. Come on. There's the second end. There's your crate. Alright, this is 2 sets of the terrain put together with that walkway in between. This is a ton of terrain. This is what you need for Infinity if you want to fight a really dense battle. You could add or take away from this, but the point is it perfect terrain? No. It does eliminate a barrier to getting into the hobby. It looks pretty good. It's lightweight, it folds down flat if space is an issue for you, and as far as terrain goes, it is really, really affordable. I don't believe it's the best option, but it is really inexpensive. It's very quick and easy to set up. You don't have to paint it, and it goes fairly well in most other environments. So right here, this could be like a little mining moon or some kind of industrial complex set up someplace near a volcano. Add these to your forest table and you've got some kind of an advanced settlement on Ariadne by Pan-Oceania, by Eugene, one of those major superpowers, or some kind of a research station up in the mountains someplace. One of my favorite setups is on something like our spaceship boards, like it's the inside of one of the circulars or one of the nomad ships, fighting in the cargo bays or the docking stations, something like that. This fits really well on that type of terrain. Or you can just use these with the mat that's provided and set this up on your kitchen table, and you've got a ready-made piece of terrain and a pretty good looking board to go with a smaller game of Infinity. So I highly recommend these. At least I think everybody should get one just to see what they're like and use them as an addition to whatever else you have. If you have a ton of terrain, they fit great with them. The crates are great value by themselves and they look really nice. So highly recommended.